Hi Felicities, this is Jen Victor and you are tuned into the channel with no name. Today we're back doing a really exciting video comparing one model of a bag that I have with a newer model of the same bag, and that is the Lady Dior. And so if you all know, we're just gonna go right into it before I talk too much. I purchased this about, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and fell in love with Lady Dior's. I've always really loved it. This is my vintage Lady Dior in the lambskin with the bright yellow gold hardware, and it's in the size medium, and it has the OG model, which is the shoulder length shoulder strap. So it's not a crossbody bag. This bag goes like this. And so I am about 5'6", and so as you can see how it looks on me, it's really perfect off the shoulder. And it does kind of slip off every so often, but most of the times if it's not on the shoulder, I'm actually having it top handled on the crook of my arm, or just top handled like so. And so this beautiful bag is close to, what, 20 something years old. It's one of the older original models that was made, what, in the late 1990s, early 2000s. I can't remember the date, and I purchased this off of an eBay seller. The one thing that it has lost is its silhouette or its structure, because it is older, and that comes with, you know, over time with a lot of bags, especially lambskin. It is, I don't want to say it's delicate, it eventually softens up, and it's still a great bag. It's really actually, you can stuff quite a lot in it, and it still has pretty good structure, but it's not, you know, in that perfect shape that Lady Dior's come in. And so I recently came into holding this bag, which is a newer model of the Lady Dior, and this one is also in red, but with champagne gold hardware, which kind of comes up silver. And this model has the adjustable shoulder strap, and I very rarely crossbody my bags, but this is the length that it comes in off the shoulder. This is the shortest setting, and I probably wouldn't even change it. And so this bag can actually be crossbodied, as you can see. So this bag is actually currently up for sale, because originally it was just, my intent with this bag was just to sell it, but then I was like, oh, I kind of like the structure, I kind of like that it has its overall shape. I'm not the biggest fan of the strap, and so I've been contemplating if I'm going to keep it or continue to sell it. But this one, like I said, does have this adjustable strap, and so it currently is on the shortest setting. I wouldn't make it any longer. I'm not really the biggest fan of crossbodies, with the exception of the Bulgari bag I have, and this one still has its shape. That is the big thing that's killing me. As you can see, since this is older, it started to slouch a little, whereas this one has no slouch. And they're both red in different shades. This one has blue tone, this one has, what, pink? I'm really bad when people ask me if I think it's pinky tones? I don't know, not orangey. But yeah, they're both really beautiful. This one is actually showing up a little brighter because this one is a deeper red, and like I said, it's an older model and it's worn through time. The hardware, this one kind of is more like a chameleon, because it's the champagne gold, it comes off gold and silver in different lighting, whereas this one is just bright yellow. Off the shoulder, just for comparison, it looks like this. So this is how it looks off the shoulder. Is that right? So this does hit a little higher, but I think this length is perfect. That's why I like the older models. This one, not so much. And this one, this is how they look. And so this one is a little more stiff, but it's lambskin, so it's still soft. And really the biggest thing, it's really about the shape. And so it's one of the things you kind of deal with when you start buying vintage pre-loved pieces, and then when you get newer models of things, is how they hold up. And sometimes things just wear. I know with my vintage Kelly, it's maintained its overall structure even though it's been re-dyed, but the thing with this is the shape of the Lady Dior is kind of one of the biggest selling points I love about this beautiful bag. And so we are at a crossroads of if I'm going to keep this bag or sell this bag to keep this bag for the cost of whatever I sell this for. Or if I'm just gonna sell this bag since, you know, that was the whole point of it coming into my hands. I don't know. Sometimes, like, you know, I like was selling the Chanel flap and then my own vintage, one Chanel flap and my own vintage flap. And so there are things that are going to be in my collection that's going to go for sale, and then there's things that I'm selling for folks. And so it's really dangerous when you kind of do that. Sometimes you're like, well, I'll just pay for it. And then you get a new bag, but I can't have two red Lady Diors. So we will see what I decide, but let me know what you think, if you like the older model or if you like the newer model. If you're into the adjustable strap or if you're into just a regular shoulder strap. And also, if like what are your big choices when it comes to buying the same model of bag, but you know, in the different timelines, since there's like the original first model of the bag and then like maybe 5, 10, 15 years later, it has different, you know, quirks. Like I know some models of the Lady Dior have the flap rather than the zipper. It also has like My Lady Dior pins, whereas this one doesn't have any of those tchotchkes. And so what do you think on this conundrum that I have? What are bags that you like that have evolved, and like, did you like the older model or did you like the newer model? Let me know. I'm just asking questions, trying to be like those YouTubers, but honestly, you can do whatever the fudge you want. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll have more to come. There's gonna be finally, I'm gonna have to talk about that Birkin at some point, but I will keep y'all posted, and thanks for tuning in. So bye, felicities. Also, if you don't follow my Instagram, check it out, Fierce Renegade. I'll link it below, but you get the updates and the deets faster.